basically, could you just quickly talk to us about the 1-year residency requirement for any civil employee in Philadelphia, and how that kind of ties into the Black Lives Matters movement and the police force?
Yes, and I know there was some concerns about the 1-year residency, that we as a city of Philadelphia wouldn't be able to attract workers. We believe on council that we have plenty of eligible people here in the city of Philadelphia that live here already, that can get jobs here, either working for the city, working in the police department. And one of the things we believed was that why we need to go outside the city of Philadelphia when we're looking at a percentage of minority residents who live in the city of Philadelphia, to give those folks the opportunity. So when you talk about Black Lives Matter and the movement for Black Lives Matter, one of the things was, how do we get opportunities for people who didn't have those opportunities before? Why should it be that you have better opportunity if you come from outside the city than if you live inside the city? So if you're within the city for a year, then you have those opportunities to work for the city of Philadelphia. And we just thought that was something that we could send a message that we're listening loud and clear. We hear some of the concerns of the people that are out there that are, have concerns about how the city of Philadelphia is operating, and that we thought by putting this in place, it would make the people who in the city of Philadelphia feel like that they're important, and they're important before outsiders come in to take those jobs. And we'll over time, we'll see how this plays out, and if we need to adjust it or not. But I think this sends a message that we are listening. And I think important part about this whole movement is that people have to learn to listen. And if we don't listen and we just give rhetoric all the time and just speak and not do anything, then it becomes useless. So I think if we learn to listen and hear some of the concerns and complaints and then act on them by having something like a 1-year requirement for living in the city of Philadelphia, then at least people know that we're trying and are listening. And then if this is just one model, this isn't going to fix everything, obviously, but it's just one way to progress that movement forward and to let people know that we as council and as elected officials are listening to their concerns, and the people who live in the city are important, if not more important than the people who come from outside the city.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I know we've run out of time with you here, but we really appreciate it. I have one final question, which is, if we did want to reach out, as you mentioned, is it best to reach out to you directly, or is there an aide that we should be talking to?
No, you can reach out to me directly. You can call my cell phone. You have my number, so either that, or you could call the office, 215-686-3458, or you could email me, mark.squilla@phila.gov, mark.squilla@phila.gov. And I get all my emails. I answer them myself. So once I get it, we'll give it to a staffer, my legislative aide. If it's a question about legislation, then we go to the law department, work on it, back and forth, and then hopefully come up with some language that we could pass.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time, and stay safe.
Well, thank you for your
healthy.
patience with me. I know I'm not that easy sometimes, that we were trying to catch up yesterday, but listen, accessibility is really important to us too. So it's important that we're accessible to our constituents and residents. When they need to reach out, we have to be there. And again, sometimes it's not the answer they want, but they need an answer and they deserve an answer. And that's what we intend to do. So, well, you guys keep up your great work. Appreciate your services. Thank you for helping our working families and our working people out there, and looking forward to working together.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day.
Have a great day.
Thank you.